Hi.
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Okay, Ria. All right. Any updates for this week?
Mm, during rate of reaction.
Re sorry. I better switch just a minute. Ding, 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 ding. Sorry, you're saying you're doing what?
We're doing rate of reaction.
Redox reaction, you're saying, right?
No,
Redox.
rate of reaction.
Rate of reaction. All
Yeah.
right. I don't talk about that topic too much usually because it's supposed to be understandable, but do you have any problem?
Not really.
Okay, all right. Any other updates?
That's it.
Okay. Okay. Then, for example, you have two options at least today. Remember, because this tuition, you take initiative, right? I can give advices lah. Your options are at least, do you want to try exam level rate of reaction questions? That's one way. Another option would be, let's continue the electrochem from last time. Okay, there may be other options that you want to do today lah. What do you think, Ria?
Electrochem.
All right, let's continue, yeah? Oh, sorry, I shouldn't be. And your board. Okay, we can use the previous one. Okay, right. So, Ria, to sum up your OChem, okay, you have been practicing a lot, right? And you have been making your own question. When you make your own question, you actually learn something about the topic lah. You learn, I don't know how to say this, because you can kind of become the question maker. You kind of know what they will give you and what, or more like what they have to give you and what they don't have to give you. That itself lends you a certain predictability lah when you face the exam, because you know that they are supposed to give you something and they don't have to give you certain other things, something like that. Okay. So so happens the electrochem questions are also very easy to make lah. So that's another good thing. Now, I want to sum up by reminding you that we have talked about the two competitor scenario. The second competition comes from the water. Okay, that is in page 10 lah. The left-hand side, you see the H plus and the OH minus entering the competition. Okay, so far so good?
Yeah.
And then I told you that to decide the winner, it can be very simple or it can be very complicated. That is where sometimes we mess up a little bit, right? So let me just revise to you again. To decide the positive winner, here so happens the competitors are the same, so there is no need to decide. If they are different, let's say like page, okay, let's go to the previous page. Here, the positive ions are Na plus and H plus, and the way you decide the winner is simply by reactivity series. The positive ions are very simple to decide. That's it, and that's all. Okay. The negative ions are complicated because you have to think about three things. Okay, let's go back to the page 11, right? So you gotta think about what do you call it? The dilute concentrated. You gotta talk about the negative reactivity series that actually exists. You gotta also think about complex ions do not win or do not compete at all. Suddenly, you have to consider these three things, and the reactivity series or the negative reactivity series somehow plays very little role for some strange reason, not like the positive one. But if you can accept all this, now this is already the essence of electrolysis. Any questions so far?
No.
As for your other problems, you experience minor problems here and there, the charge law, the equal sign law, whatever. That is, I want you to look at it this way. I want you to think of electrolysis as the topic that takes all the other previous topics, all of them. They can even introduce rate of reaction if they want to. They just don't do that too much, right? They can introduce redox, which they do. They put in reactivity series. They will put in acid and base. They will put in observation from QA. They will put in your normal mole reactions and all that. So all the topics that you learn, they will simply use it here, not because they can, but because the topic demands. So this topic kind of slowly makes your previous topics to be better also. Like it will reveal a lot of weaknesses if you do have them. For example, your weaknesses on charges and your weaknesses on the chemical formula. They are constantly being improved here. I want you to see it that way. So instead of seeing this topic as the most difficult topic, I want you to see this topic as the most beneficial topic for you. Okay, that's the attitude. If you can accept all that, because I will now introduce you the final scenario, which is 3 or 4 competitors. 3 and 4 competitors, and one more criteria for winning. So it makes it extremely complicated. But that will be the end. I think today we can cover it.
Okay.
So Tristan, I can see you. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Very good. Set up your video first. If you have a homework, do it first.
Okay.
I will update. I'll receive update from you very soon. Yeah, I'll just explain to Ria what will happen.
Okay.
Okay. So Ria, to the next page. Now, how do we introduce the third and fourth competitor, which I promised to be the maximum? This is no longer platinum or carbon, no longer. So it will now be no longer inert. It will now have the possibility of reacting. Okay, it is now possible for the anode or cathode, the metals to react. So give me 2 random metals, please.
Iron,
And one more.
silver.
Silver. Okay, and then I put the battery like this. You will do the same one later, but with the battery reverse, right? So then we'll just set up the electrolyte. I'll just use a very simple electrolyte, NaCl aqueous, okay? Right? So, okay, good, Tristan. You just have to make it landscape. Yeah? So, who are the competitors? Before you do that, remember how I teach you electrons, I'm so sorry, that's wrong. Electrons, all right? Okay, then the competitors, you can sort out. This will be all the negatives, so Cl minus, OH minus. And then Fe is a possible competitor because now Fe can react. We'll list it down. Understand? Okay. Now, in the Ag side, you have the plus competitors. So you have the Na plus competitor, the H plus competitor. Ag is also a possible competitor. Okay. Now, I've already introduced you the third competitor, which is here. Here's the third one, right? Just from the metals. And then the fourth competitor immediately. Now, if we pretend that Fe wins, Fe will become Fe3 plus. If Fe wins, okay? That's how Fe win. Fe, just to confirm, will never be Fe3 minus or minus in general. This will never happen, never ever. Okay, a metal will never be a negative ion. You learn this from Sec 3. Okay, now why am I saying this? Because then there's a possibility of fourth competitor if Fe actually wins. The possibility is written here. Fe3 plus may become a competitor if Fe wins. In a very similar fashion, AG, if AG wins, will become an AG plus, and strangely speaking, AG plus can become a competitor. Okay, so call that 4, call that 5. You'll see later that after you learn how to deal with them, it will be quite easy. But for now, that is the maximum list of competitor. There is no extra competitor here because the competitor are negative ions, and Fe and Ag will never be negative ions. So far, are you okay, Ria?
How do you decide which wins on each?
Surprisingly, when I teach you, of course, you want to know who wins immediately. And after a while, that's all you think about. Hey, who wins, who wins? But at this stage, I want to make sure you are clear about the competitor list first, or the possible competitor list. So now how to decide who win after you have the full list, because if you don't have the full list, you may decide the wrong winner, if that makes sense. Okay, you may miss out something. You may be blindsided by a mystery competitor, something like that. I don't want you to do that. The essence is usually in determining the competitor list first. Okay, if that's okay, Tristan, you want to landscape it, yeah? You want to landscape it. Tristan, can I confirm that do you have a homework to discuss or do today?
No, I don't think so. Shouldn't have.
No other urgent matter from school?
No.
All right. Then I want you to take either your textbook or your practice book. That's fine. And I want you to jump, yes, to algebra already. Good. Algebra. Right. Okay. Do some of it as a warm up, and then I'll introduce you the new thing today. Okay. Okay. So now, Ria, again, who wins? Okay. Let's look at this 3 first, like easy, right? Okay. So if I decide as a question maker, I decide that this is dilute. Okay, then simply put, this is gone. He will not win already. You can determine winner by focusing on who wins, or you can determine winner by eliminating the loser also. So can, yeah? So I scratch the Cl minus. Would that be okay so far?
Yeah.
Good. Oh, very good, Tristan. You're doing the door. Oh, good. Oh, very good. Oh, very good, very good. Okay. Now, Ria, how about OH minus and Fe? Will OH minus win as per usual, or will Fe win? Now, I introduce to you another concept. The negative is always full of concept to consider. Let me list down one time. Complex never wins. That helps eliminate. Dilute concentrated, that also helps eliminate. The negative negative reactivity series, which you have never seen before. No, you have seen before once, I think. And then now the new guy. The new guy is volunteer or forced. This is the new guy that I want to talk about today. Tristan, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just checking some stuff.
All right, sure thing. Okay, and now by using this new one, I declare that Fe I'm asking you to imagine if Fe wins. If Fe wins, it will look like this, correct?
Yeah.
If OH minus wins, it will look like what yesterday you have been doing for quite some time. I'm sorry, yeah, 2H2O plus 4 electron, right? So now I will declare that this is forced by the battery. And I declare that this is extremely voluntary. Okay. How do I know that one is forced and one is voluntary? It's very simple. Everything in electrolysis is forced. Everything. The battery is doing the forcing. That's why you need a battery. If not, the reaction will not happen. That's the basics of electrolysis. You put in a battery to force things to happen that will not automatically happen. Am I making any sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now the Fe3 plus, how come I know it is not forced? Because of Sec3. Old knowledge also. You learn very early in Sec 3 that Fe wants to actually lose his electron. He wants to do it. Remember, this is a very happy Fe3 plus, and this is a comparatively sadder Fe. Am I making any sense?
Yeah.
So that's how I know, a very good Tristan, yeah. That's how I know that this is voluntary because I already learned it from the start. Everything that I have learned up to now is actually voluntary one. You don't need to force it. Only in electrolysis you see weird forced reaction. But Fe to Fe3 plus is already from last time. It's gonna be voluntary and therefore he will not win. He will always win because he's doing it voluntarily. What is doing it voluntarily? Losing the electron voluntarily compared to this one. Win. Okay, that is the new principle, and that's the last new principle.
Okay.
So now, since Fe3 plus wins, now this competitor list is now sensible. So I have to consider Fe3 plus and maybe Ag plus later. So I have 5. But remember, in the positive side of things, there is only one principle, the positive reactivity series. No matter how much or how many competitors, this is still the one deciding factor. So you decide who wins.
Ag.
All right, so now let me talk something about Ag, right? Back then I say there are only 4 competitors, there won't be 5. Hey, teacher, this looks like 5. Well, good news for you. Good news for you, yeah? If Ag wins, this will become Ag minus because this is the receiving of electron, correct? The receiving of electron. And which is to say, this will never happen. Ag or any metal, okay, not just Ag, will never receive electron. Never, ever, never, ever, never, ever in Sec 3 you learn that. Never, never, never. So Ag will never become Ag plus and also, of course, will never become Ag minus. So Ag will never win. Because if you say Ag win for some reason, then Ag must accept the electron, which is not going to happen at all. So Ag plus is gone and Ag is also taken out of the picture. Will that be okay? Remember that this is not Ag plus receiving electron. This is just normal Ag. Again, not gonna receive electron. Will that be okay?
I gave a very long table. I think it's gonna be the same. The more size it is.
Yeah, are you okay so far?
Wait, so does the side which receives the electron cannot be metal?
No, sorry. The winner of that side cannot be metal. As in, how can a metal receive an electron? Because then the metal will become a negative ion metal. Practically speaking, the universe doesn't allow it, so to speak.
Okay.
Right. So if you remember that, so to speak, it does eliminate 2 candidates, which is great. It does strengthen your Sec 3, and it does make the Fe become Fe3 plus make sense. Because one more time, if receiving electron is something a metal will not do at all, donating electron is something a metal will voluntarily do. So we're just discussing the same topic here, which is again back to Sec 3, which is a good thing. Would that be okay?
Yeah. Wait, so on the left side, who wins?
Again, Fe wins. That was already settled. Because Cl minus will not win, right? OH minus or Fe? Well, Fe is voluntary. OH is force. So Fe wins by the voluntary basis.
So force won't win.
I'm so sorry.
Will force just never win?
If you're against voluntary. If you're against voluntary. Tristan, may I suggest something else? Okay.
Yeah.
You can try something weird, okay? Your divide by 2 is already good. Now try divide minus or times minus. Do you understand?
Okay.
Okay. That is definitely allowed, by the way, just saying. So what do you think, Ria? The left-hand side, is it clear why FE wins?
Mm, why does CL minus not win?
Because I put in the, I'm the question maker, right? I'm the question maker. I put the dilute thingy. Remember yesterday, dilute or concentrated. So Cl minus will automatically lose to OH minus lah. If there is a winner, it will not be Cl minus. It might be OH minus. It might be. Yesterday, we covered that quite a lot. Again, if you don't, if it doesn't make sense, please tell me.
Mm,
Okay, Tristan, your result is correct, yeah, but it's not times minus x. No, it's times minus 1. It's much simpler than, times minus 1 minus x times minus 1 becomes x, no? 21 times minus 1 becomes minus. Okay, go ahead. Ria, you're saying?
So when it's concentrated, if it was concentrated, then OH minus would have won.
Will not win at all. We'll just be losing already. So maybe Cl minus will win or Fe will win lah. Because I'm using the dilute concentrated rule to rule out winners, to rule out to pick out the loser, something like that. If that makes sense.
Okay.
I mean, reducing the competitor list kind of makes it easy to think, I would say lah, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're using it again, Tristan, which is totally fine and great lah, right? Totally fine and great. Or you're using it well. You're using it well. I'm very happy that you use this method. I'm very happy. Some teachers just don't do this at all. I'm very happy. Now, Ria, you still have to decide on the right-hand side who wins. All we did just now is to discuss why AG will never win, which is, you're gone. Bye, which is great lah.
H wins.
H plus will win, yes, and that's based on positive reactivities. No other comment that stays the same. You are correct. The reaction, you will know lah, H plus becomes H2. La 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 la. Done.
Wait, can you explain why H plus wins?
Okay, again, reactivity series, right? Again, let me confirm that your teacher at least or have already talked about reactivity series lah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I teach you how to memorize, right? So C is here, H is here, right? And then I teach you something that feels new because your teacher might not mention. I introduce the mirror image, right? So now NA is here. Remember, NA is there. NA plus is below here. That's what I teach you. There's the jump if NA wants to win. Okay. You have Na plus, you don't have Na. You must understand, Na receiving electron, right? Receiving electron will jump to become, Na plus will become Na. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, where's H plus? Well, H plus is the mirror image of H plus. So here's the jump low, receiving electron there. That's the jump. It's already clear that H plus is a better candidate than Na plus. Now, how about Fe? Fe was here, so Fe3 plus is there. And you now see why H plus will win. Just a smaller jump. It's the least force needed. Okay, everybody is being forced to jump up. H plus requires the least amount of force, so to speak lah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. That one is always true for the positive side. If you're okay, I would like you to erase everything, clear everything, repeat the question, and then you decide for yourself the competitor list and the winner first, right? When you're ready, just erase. Okay, Tristan, just a quick question, yeah. So I see you use the 2x becomes minus 2x on the left-hand side. Of course, what you're doing is correct lah. There's no doubt. Okay, Tristan, unmute first, please.
Okay, yeah.
My question is, why do you not do minus 2x and minus 2x? There is nothing wrong with what you're doing, but I want to know how you think. How do you just gonna clear the frame? Okay, there you go. So how come you don't write minus 2x? Previously, you write, right? minus 7 lah, or plus 11, you know, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But here, you don't write that. You basically just move 2x into the left, and then you write a minus, which is done correctly lah. But again, my question is, why don't you do the both side thingy?
Because the X is on the front and there's no other like number in front of that one, which makes it a little bit more confusing if I do that.
Oh, if you're confused, I don't want you to be confused. I want you to see what I'm doing here. Yeah, I want you to, because I like what you've been doing so far. Like it a lot. It'll save you a lot of trouble going to Sec 3 and all. Right? So I want you to maintain that by going to Jamboard.
Okay, I'm already here.
Ria, you go and redraw the question, yeah? Oh, there you go. You already did. Okay, good. Okay, so Tristan, I'm copying the question into the Jamboard. Okay, got it. Now, unofficially, your method is your way of thinking lah. Your teacher have taught you, right? Is the best way. It will work until forever one. Okay. Some people will be taught move this and move that. Moving things are the worst thing to teach, even though it seems easier at the start. Doesn't seem like your teacher mentioned things like move here, move there from the left to the right. He doesn't seem to say that, correct? Very good. So I'll stick to what your teacher is doing. I'm very happy. I rarely meet teachers like this. Now, informally, we'll call it door. What do you mean by door? Whatever you do to the left, you must do to the right. Am I making any sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so watch me do something to the right. What do I do? Well, I mean, the same thing as I do to the left, which basically means I can do anything I want, as long as I will do it to both left and right. You have a free pass. You can do anything. Again, as long as you do the same thing. There you go. I just did the same thing on the left and on the right.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
Right? I can do that because I can do anything I want as long as door. And so I'll end up with the same result as yours. I think this is a better way of thinking about it.
Yeah, that's better.
Good. Go ahead. It'll serve you well.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just completing the competitor list here, Ria. Yeah? On the other side, there might be FE3 plus. There might be. Okay?
Wait, what do you mean by there might be a 50 plus?
If FE wins on the right-hand side, correct? If FE wins on the right-hand side, then FE will become FE3 plus. Will it win? We'll see. But I teach you to put in the possibility first, to put in that as a possibility so that you don't forget later. Once you determine that FE is a winner, then that becomes a reality lah. If you determine that FE is not the winner, then you can just scratch that out of the competitor list. Am I making any sense?
Okay.
Needless to say, you're saying?
So on the right side, FE wins, and then it becomes FE3 plus on the left side.
Because every positive ion is drawn to there. Correct or not? Every positive ion are always drawn there. That's the reason why. It doesn't automatically become, it will become Fe3 plus on the right-hand side, and then it will quickly be drawn to the left-hand side, if that makes some sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So, needless to say, I teach you and everybody else to think about the negative side first.
because that's less complicated. You don't think about the positive one first. Most people will settle the positive one first because it's very easy to settle. There is a big problem though if you do that. You may discount the Fe3 plus. Soon you'll see why that's important.
How do you decide on the right side if Cl wins or Fe wins?
So you are right to say the OH minus will lose. So go ahead, have a new habit, scratch the OH minus. Scratch it. Good. Now, who wins? Again, how many principles have you learned? I want you to list down the 4 principles. The 4 things to observe. Yeah, just write down. Yeah, looks good. Tristan looks good. Everything looks good. Okay, the last one is the voluntary or forced. Yeah, which voluntary always wins? Okay, so is Cl minus voluntary or is Fe voluntary? Please consider that. If one of them is voluntary, then he is the one who wins.
Fe is voluntary.
And why is that so?
Because it loses ions readily.
He really wants to lose electron. That is not something to be forced. Something like that. Where Cl minus losing electron is something to be forced because he really do not want to lose electron. Exactly. Making sense?
Yeah.
All right, then you have a winner. Ta-da! Looks good, Tristan. You're doing it. I see what you mean. Yeah, a bit more comfortably. Yeah. Do you want a shorter way, Tristan, since you seem to be running out of space?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, let me show you how to do it shorter but still clear. All right, you love clarity. You should always do it with clarity. Okay, so let me show you in the Jamboard. Okay, something that may seem long. Now, nobody say that you cannot do 2 doldor at one go. Remember, doldor is just doing whatever you do to the left, same thing to the right. Again, nobody say that you cannot do 2 at one go. So first you do this lah. You say plus 3x plus 3x. You don't have to rewrite the whole thing. That's the key. Writing plus 3x and plus 3x is just fine. It is not very crowded, always good for our eyes. Clear?
Yeah.
I also intentionally write down on top of minus 2x and on top of minus 3x because it guides my eyes. Also a good thing. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
With that, I immediately realize that this will become 0, which I like a lot. Correct or not? I like a lot.
Yeah.
This guy become 1x, which I like a lot. And then so I immediately write 1x without waiting for the line to be completed. There is no need to do that. Understand?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now I just have to handle 11 and 5. So you have 2 options. Is it minus 11 or minus 5 minus 5? You have to make a decision here.
Minus 5.
Okay, if you minus 5 and minus 5, I'm going to write down here, and then you immediately have a 0 here, and you immediately have a 6 plus 1x equals to 0. Is that a good idea?
Oh, wait, no, then it's not. That's not good.
Yeah. However, nothing wrong with this. If you're lazy, you can say just minus 6, and then you immediately have x minus 6.
Yeah, okay.
There is nothing exactly wrong with what you do. It's just more step And yet, if you write down the way I do, nothing feels crowded also. Also good lah. You
Yeah.
understand?
Okay.
Okay, so you write down the way I do it, and you can do whatever you want. Right.
Okay.
Okay, Ria, if you have a winner, you gotta declare it by writing down the reaction. If you cannot write down the reaction, still no use, yeah? So you gotta write down the reaction.
Mm.
Okay, that means if Fe wins in the right-hand side, then Fe will have a certain reaction lah. You declare the H plus win, which is fine, good, right? Feels good to me, feels good. Right, H2 on the bottom, yeah, thank you.
You wanna
The Fe wins, what's the reaction?
Don't watch. Makan cepat. Supaya kita kenyang.
Okay, now, Ria, this is a mistake you did yesterday lah. Okay, for the Fe side. You are not using the electron flow to your advantage. If you look at the electron flow, the arrow, it doesn't make sense for you to say Fe3 plus 3e. First of all, there is no Fe3 plus. First thing first, there is no Fe3 plus. There's only Fe. Right. Okay, good. Now, the second one makes much more sense because there is Fe, and this is a sign of the electron leaving the Fe. Am I making any sense? Now,
Yeah.
your reaction needs to make sense. I'm not teaching you to memorize things. If I teach you to memorize things, then I don't care, lah, so to speak. But recipe for disaster. Now, you have half reactions. Wonderful. Remember, the last thing is to total up the reaction. Please total up the reaction. Are you stuck, Tristan? No, you're doing fine. Yeah. Okay, if you want, you can write on the -2 on top. That's fine also. Just a small -2 is fine, right? Okay. Okay, immediately 14, and then 14/8 is fine lah. Then just simplify it. Because divide by 8, divide by 8. If you want to know what's the dollar, isn't the dollar divide by 8? If you don't understand, please tell me.
Oh yeah. So it's 14 divided by 8, right?
Correct. So 8x divided by 8. So you write down divide by 8 on the left-hand side, divide by 8 on the right-hand side.
Okay.
Put it another way, the dollar shouldn't be -7x. -7x will give you x, but then you will have -7x on the right-hand side. You don't want that. If you don't understand, I'll show you the effect. Okay, because remember, dollar is a free pass to do anything you want. It doesn't tell you what is the best thing to do. It only tells you that do whatever you want as long as you do it fairly. So doing -7x and -7x is fair and all for dollar. You can do this. The question is, do you want to do it? You can, but do you want to?
I'll try first. Try that one.
Sure. You can try using pencil, and then you think, is this beneficial or not? That's something to consider at this stage. Very good thing to practice. Okay, the full one is 6. I totally agree with you, right? So again, you're still making this same mistake, yeah? I'm very confused. You should be writing it here, correct? This is not here at all.
Yeah.
Right, so here, see, left-hand side, right-hand side, right-hand side. And then the effect will be cepret, cepret. That's a very formal way of declaring that you're correct. This is also wrong. This is your sec 3 problem. This is 2FE. There is no such thing as FE2. If you don't understand, please tell me. Okay, the // is a formality that they really like to see, by the way. You should actually do that to make the examiner happy.
Okay.
But the FE2 is something wrong. It should be 2F. This is exposing your sec 3 weaknesses. Good. Any question on the full reaction?
No.
As you can tell, your full reaction poses something that you have to learn. So it's good that you do it, right? If there is no other question, I want you to do the exact same setup, but you flip the battery. See what happened. Will it be the same? Will it be different? That is the question.
Okay.
Tristan, continue experimenting until you feel that this is no longer beneficial, right?
Okay.
Oh, you're arriving at something, okay, which I should copy. Oh, at this point, I say the wrong thing. I should be stopping you. There is a reason why. Look at your working in the Jamboard. Look at it, yeah. Okay, so what you did here is this is correct, right? And then you do minus x, that's fine. This becomes 0, but 14 is fine. But minus 7x minus x is not minus 6x. Come on.
Oh, right. Oh, right. Here.
That would be 8. If you are correct, this 2 doesn't make sense already. 6x and 8x doesn't make sense. They don't suddenly change.
Yeah. Okay. So it's plus.
So you're back to 8x lah. You're back to 8x.
Yeah. So just back. There's
So
not really
you're back
much
to
difference.
original. You're back to original, right?
Yeah.
So your conclusion is doing the minus 7x is not very beneficial. In that sense lah. In that sense.
Yeah.
Explain it in a different way. I explain it a different way. Okay, listen to me very carefully. What you want at the end is something called x equals to something.
Yeah. X equals to something,
number.
a whole number. Yeah.
I will describe to you what this x actually means. This x is there's only one x. In comparison, the original question have two x's. Look at that. There's only one x at the end. Okay, there's only one. The x is also alone. And later on, you learn that the x can sometimes be at the bottom at the start. So you want to make it on top in the numerator. Now here's an x, which is 1 alone and on top. Look at your 8x14. Your 8x14, the x already achieved what they call 1x already. There is no longer 2. The 1 is achieved.
Yeah.
The problem is it is not alone. The 8 is the problem. It is not alone lah. Okay, it is already on top also. Now, if you do minus 7x, you change it into no longer 1x. You suddenly have 2 x's, one on the left and one on the right. In general, you're making the problem worse based on what you want to achieve lah.
Oh.
So
Okay.
if you already see 8x equals to 14, do not go and multiply the x, so to speak, by using minus 7x, if that makes sense.
Okay.
All right. However, nothing stops you from experimenting. There is nothing stop you from doing that. I won't even scold you for experimenting or for trying something you don't feel certain. Totally great. Okay. Okay,
I'll go
Ria,
try
your
it.
setup is fine. Setup is fine. Okay. So Ria, instead of flipping the battery, you flip you flip the metal, which is exactly the same thing lah. Very good. You forget the full. You forget one competitor, Ria. You forget one competitor. And so you're wrong at number 1 lah. Yeah, so do this first. You still keep doing the same mistake also. You still keep doing the same mistake. It is supposed to be Ag giving away the electron, not Ag plus. Okay. Yeah. Gotta settle that conceptual problem within yourself. I see that you are struggling with it, and I'm always happy when you're struggling with it. That means one day you'll settle it. Now, this is good. This is correct. Good. This will win. Good. And as a result, you have a competitor called Ag plus. Are you sure you want to discount Ag plus very quickly? Are you sure? Better check that, Ria. Yep. Okay, Tristan, you're the okay. Now, if you do minus 14, there's also nothing wrong with that. You're doing the dollar properly. The question is it beneficial or not?
No, it's not.
Correct, because what you want is x equals to something. You want the x to be 1 and alone, correct? If you do minus 14, look at the x. The x is being more crowded instead of being more alone,
Yeah.
which is why it doesn't feel beneficial. Like, you know that it's not beneficial. I'm just, putting the words, so to speak.
Mm.
Is what you're doing wrong? Nothing wrong. It's a matter of benefit.
Yeah. So
Now, Ria, I will give you the full reaction. This is correct and this is correct. So it looks very simple. And this also cancels out. And this also cancels out. The full reaction is as if nothing. As if. Do you understand, Ria?
Uh-huh.
Why is this important to talk about? Now, first thing first, you notice that when I flip the battery, something different happened. Clear, yeah? In the first scenario, the one before, you will produce hydrogen gas and Fe metal, right? Something. No, actually, you won't be producing Fe metal. Okay, I noticed that your full reaction is again wrong. Oh, this is very troublesome. Okay, go back to the previous page. Okay. Go back to the previous page, Ria. Okay, Ria, this is correct, and this is correct. Now, you have a very weird way of thinking right now. You got to settle it within yourself. How come this is Fe on the left-hand side, and this is suddenly Fe3+? It really doesn't make sense, don't you think? How come this is Fe3+ on the right-hand side, and this is suddenly Fe? Also wrong. It doesn't make sense at all. What is left should be left. What is right should be right. You kind of want to do something or flip them, and I'm not sure what's going on, but please recognize that that is, of course, not correct. If you're confused, you got to tell me. Tristan, I take it that you're slightly ahead of class, right?
yeah, slightly, a little bit.
Feel free to experiment as much as you want. That's the time. This is the time. Having said that, oh, you're correct. No, you're correct. Okay, I thought already. No, you're correct. So far, you're correct. Okay. So -6, -6. So the right-hand side becomes 12. By your gut feeling, do you like it? Most people like this, right? It's simpler, right?
Yeah.
So people like it a lot. Good.
It is
Ria,
mm.
Ria, can you fix your full reaction? If you're confused, please tell me. Okay, good. Still the same problem. Okay. Also, you will notice, Ria, that you're facing a very similar trouble. This is also wrong. Because the original thing is Fe3+. How come it suddenly becomes Fe2? It doesn't make sense. The Fe3+ is a cation, is a positive ion. This suddenly you're writing something which is not an ion at all. Are you sure that's okay? All right, that makes more sense. I hope. I really hope that it makes more sense to you.
Yeah.
Good. Now notice that you have this struggle. You mix left and right. You kind of want to convert something to another thing for no apparent reason. Actually, the reason is within you. I'm not sure what happened, but let's be aware of this problem and let's be aware that it will end up being wrong. Sooner or later, you'll fix it yourself. I don't claim to know why you do this. I just know that that's something to be corrected slowly. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Tristan, are you okay? Just checking.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks fine to me also. Looks fine to me. Now, Arya, the last thing to learn from this whole thing, this is really the last thing, is that, hey, I flip the battery, different things happen. You must understand that electrolysis, when you flip the battery, most of the time, different things happen. Okay. Now, this is a very clear example of I flip the battery or I flip the metal, so to speak, same effect. Hey, I get the different result. In the second scenario, in page 12, please, Ria, page 12. The full reaction seems to be nothing. Now, let me explain this nothing, this different thing, right? Very simple. Number one is this guy, right? Number one is here, right? Number one is here, number two is there, right? Okay. So in number one, the Ag metal will slowly disappear. Make sense, or not? Based on the reaction, that is what will happen to the Ag metal.
Yeah.
Slowly disappearing one by one, molecule, atom per atom, electron per electron, enters the solution as Ag plus, and therefore becomes a candidate at the number 2, which end up winning. Okay? Here's the winner, right? So what happens in number 2 is that it will slowly be coated with Ag. Slowly coating. Make sense or not?
Yeah.
So to sum up what happens here, the Ag is moving slowly from the right-hand side to the left-hand side, slowly and surely. That's why it appears to be nothing for the full reaction. Actually, something is happening before our eyes. There is a movement from Ag back to Ag, becoming Ag plus in the process. Do you understand?
Yeah.
This is called two things. Electroplating. From the word plating, you're plating the Fe with Ag, giving the appearance of silver. An Fe having the appearance of silver. Electroplating. The word electro from electrolysis. This is electroplating. Or another way of seeing this, that this is also purification of the Ag. The Ag that moves, it will just be Ag. If this is impure, if the guy on the right was impure Ag, because it's possible, the guy arriving on the left will be pure. So this is either electroplating or purification, and the one being electroplated will always be pure. Nice stuff, I guess. Am I
Okay.
making any sense? Yes, you're saying?
Yeah.
All right. And this will be the last thing to teach in electrolysis. The second part will feel different. If it is any question, please ask me first.
Mm.
Good job coming this far. Good job fixing a lot of mistakes. You go to the next page, you will make for yourself a question like this, the one with a lot of candidates lah. And then you will flip the battery and see what happened. Please make your own question and I will see whether the question makes sense or not. Kristen, on the question J, I see that you are, I and J, I see that you're comfortable with the X on the right-hand side. So far, so good?
Yeah, it also works.
So does your teacher tell you that? Just checking.
My teacher hasn't actually gone through any of this, so that's why I'm just trying them.
All right. Now let me tell you something, Kristen. Listen to me carefully. I see a lot of students forcing the X to be on the left-hand side.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that, but they end up committing a lot of errors in the process. That's my problem.
Yeah.
They have a problem trying to force things, which is frankly speaking unnecessary. If your final answer looks like -2 equals to X, and you put, final answer, you will be correct.
Oh, so I
Some
can do that.
people are conditioned, some people are conditioned to hate it or do not like it. Okay, there is nothing wrong with this. Really nothing wrong.
Yeah,
It's
but
a
it's,
mental thing.
I can use it, but it's just not like I'm not used to looking at it like that. But I can do it.
if you can do it and it doesn't cause you any error, then feel free to, well, leave it or do whatever you want. If you
Okay.
want to fix it, so to speak, I don't want, I want my x to the left. You can do that, but I will pay close attention to how you do it. It may introduce an error, which is very terrible for a Sec 4 student in that sense.
Okay.
Okay. So now, for your question J, you are correct. Now I'm going to teach you something at question I, just nice. Your answer is x equals to 25, am I correct?
No, x equal to, let me write it clearer over here.
Mm-hmm.
2 over 3. 2 over 3 equals to x.
Then you're correct lah. Because I thought you're writing 25, then you're wrong. Okay, 2 over 3 is wonderful and correct. Go ahead, continue.
Okay.
I'm gonna introduce some changes, okay? Can Ria, just to spice things up. Zinc, can? Zinc. And then copper, to spice things up. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, how do you see if OH minus wins or copper wins if it's dilute?
All right. Again, what are the four? You got to think about the four things you got to think about. What are the four things? You can say it out to me.
Concentration.
Or dilute, which you respect, right? You did respect that, correct or not? You respect that, so that's well done. You gotta still respect three more things. What are they?
Oh, voluntarily.
Voluntary or forced, right? So that's the thing that you want to watch out for in case it happens, right? Four things to watch out. Are you stuck, Tristan? That's
Yeah,
weird.
a little bit confused with this one.
All right. First, let me say that your door is very fair, and I don't see that you're doing anything wrong. Okay?
Mhm.
There seems to be nothing wrong. All right, now, let me put it this way. What is your end goal? Now, write down your end goal somewhere. Your end goal looks like
X equals to something.
Right, something. The something we don't know, of course, but I know the X. You know the X. There are three characteristics of that X. It is only one X. The X should be alone, and then the X should be on top. Your current situation, how many X's are there?
Yeah, there needs to be like 17x. That's right, I see it now. Okay.
17X?
I mean 19.
And that 19 should be a minus. Yeah, good. Then 19 should be minus. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, you see that I don't help you in any way, right? I don't help you.
Yeah.
I'm just reminding you of your goal, and you suddenly realize what you want.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, Ria. So far, so good. This looks... Okay. So, again, this is your weakness coming from this is probably Sec 4. Okay, this will be 2, okay? There's no CU... There is CU plus, but in general, people just go for CU2 plus. That's just the most general thing to do. For some reason, CU plus appears very rarely.
for some reason, right? So now this I think is a great winner. You're fine and you're prioritizing the right thing. And as you can tell, Cu plus or Cu2 plus will be one of the competitor. Now you declare that H plus is the winner, and unfortunately this is wrong. The process of determining the winner in the plus is very easy. Don't mess it up. Think about the reactivity series.
Oh,
I hope that makes
scalp.
sense. Yeah. So who will win? Instead, yep, Cu2 plus will win. See, the weird competitor, the number 4 competitor ends up winning again. Don't be too quick to discount that guy. Good. Yeah. So the nothing part doesn't mean nothing. It is the Cu moving from the right to the left. Okay.
Okay. So what are you supposed to write? No reaction.
Oh, let me tell you what the examiner will ask. The examiner, of course, know this lah. He wants you to be able to express it well, right? He wants to understand whether you know or not. So he will give you 2 more marks after the reaction, yeah, to basically say, write down your observation. No? That means you're using English, no? And the English will be something like, the right metal. The right metal, they'll call it anode. Okay, you learn later in school. The anode will decrease or lose mass or whatever. And then the cathode, the other guy on the left, the cathode will increase in mass. Something like that. The mass is this color and that color, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. That will be the observation. Now, that's their way of asking you to tell them what actually happened. And they give you 2 marks. Make sense?
Okay.
We don't practice that right now because those are words. I want you to understand first. The words are, after the understanding. Okay, now this is the most complicated one. Nothing else for me to teach you. We are just going to practice exam question from now on. Before we do that, Ria, I have a question for you. I have never seen you or your own notes, taking your own notes and everything. Of course, Jamboard is your note, it's not mine, yeah? But my question is, such a complicated thing to remember. Do you need some time to make your own notes, whatever that may be? If you do you prefer to do it on Jamboard or on other places? Make sure that you do it on a place that you like. That's important.
Okay.
Right? So you're saying that you want some time to do that?
Okay, sure.
Okay. I'll give you 5 to 10 minutes. And Ria, my requirement is I want to see the form. I mean, I want to see what you actually write because I want to understand how you actually process things. That's very important. Okay? So
Okay.
when it is finished, then you can show me, right? No problem.
Okay.
Later. Okay.
Okay, so Tristan, any questions so far?
No questions. Everything should be fine right now.
Okay, now before you, sorry. Okay, now you have entered a more complicated one, question M. Okay, now it's time for me to teach you something new. Please take your calculator. Okay, now your mental calculation is correct. It's good. So let's pretend that you're using your mental calculator for now. Put the calculator on right hand side. You will be needing it soon anyway, right? Right hand side. So if you say x is equals to 1, there is a very easy way to check whether that's correct or not in exam.
Okay.
Very, very easy. Just put x equals to 1, the supposed answer, back to the original question.
So 3
Times 2,
3
5.
plus 2.
Correct? 3 times 2 is 5. Correct or not?
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait.
then is the right-hand side, put the 1 there, also 5? I believe it is not 5. It is actually 6. How can 5 be 6? Because I misled you, Tristan. Yes. You didn't realize. The left-hand side is supposed to be 6, not 5.
Oh.
Correct? 3 times 2, it's not 3
Yeah,
plus 2.
here.
So now I misled you, but you now see left-hand side 6, right-hand side 6. What better confirmation? There is nothing else. This is correct lah.
Yeah, 8 minus 2 on the right hand side is also 6. Yeah.
Correct. It's not 2. It's not x minus 2. You shouldn't check using your own working. That's wrong. You should check using the original question. Please check using the original question,
Yeah,
no matter
8
how complicated.
bracket 1
Minus 1 minus 1 quarter, right?
4.
This better be 6 lah.
Yeah, it is
Okay,
6.
it is 6. Okay, good. So you have no reason to doubt that you are wrong. Okay, you are totally correct. Okay, that will become useful soon enough. I believe the answer might be not so nice in the next few questions. Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, just checking. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Listen, move up a bit, please. Okay. So you might have an ugly answer, right? I think looks like it's gonna be ugly. And keep it there for now. I'll show you how to confirm easily. Okay, that's great. All door is good. Right now, go back to the calculator. This answer doesn't feel very nice, I guess. So you put that, okay? You keep it in fraction, and then you immediately store it to x, please. Because this is a very good time STO.
X.
No. Yeah, okay, there you go. Okay, so no need to write down numbers, no need to, because frankly speaking, you suspect this answer to be wrong. Correct?
Yeah.
Doesn't look normally nice. You have an expectation that the teacher will give you a nice answer. This doesn't look nice at all. Okay, so what do? Just type the original question using X.
Right. Sure.
Okay, you don't want to type 31 over 28 all the time. That's why you save it to X. It's very annoying to do so,
Yeah.
especially in exam, right? So you just do this, and then you immediately find out whether you're right or wrong. Okay, and you expect it to be 0, and it is not 0. Now, do not press any on button because you will find out your mistake, and then you will change the X, and then you will confirm again.
I didn't
Okay.
put it right. I put that.
Yeah, you already found one mistake. So go ahead. So, okay. So you gotta fix your working first lah. Okay, what do you mean? Wait, what? Why are you retyping things? Sorry. Why did you retype? Sorry.
Because just now I put something wrong over there. So hold on, let me check one more time.
Oh, you don't have to retype to do that. You can just go back and
Oh,
edit.
yeah.
Yeah, you can
That's
go back.
okay. I
Okay,
already
just
finished
getting
everything.
used to it, right? Just getting used to it. Never mind. All right. Okay. So have you typed it correctly?
Yeah, everything is correctly typed this time.
And this one confirms that you're wrong.
Yeah, confirm.
Yeah. Feel bad or feel good. This is a motivation to immediately find your other mistake. Okay. I can confirm that you did make a mistake or maybe more than one. Please go and find it.
Okay.
Okay. Not yet. Oh, don't take okay.
Ria, just to confirm, are you okay?
Yeah.
Once you are done with something, you can either take a picture using Jamboard or send me through WhatsApp. Okay. Now, Tristan, you have checked and then it's still wrong. Am I correct?
Oh, here.
Oh,
There.
you found another mistake. Oh, you found it. Yes, very good. This is the question where suddenly every weird mistakes pop up. It's very weird. You make
Yeah,
all sorts
yeah.
of weird mistakes here. Let's see whether you can find it or not. Okay.
Is this
Let's see
everything?
whether you're correct. I can't tell you. Your calculator should tell you. What do you think?
Okay, hold on. Let me check. Yes. No, not right.
Right. And I can confirm you, at least there's still one more mistake, which is also very weird in my eyes. I've never seen you do this, all this mistake, and suddenly everything just happened.
Hmm. 25. Hmm.
Okay. Kristen, I will move to the next page. So next
Oh yeah, okay.
page. And then I'll
I'm
show
trying to
you
do it.
the simple technique to screen out your mistake. Okay, because knowing you have a mistake and not being able to see it is very how do I say, it's very frustrating lah.
Yeah.
I'll show you an example. All right. So now this is how you do it. You do it by dot, and you will dot three things. What do I mean by three things? I'll give you an example. Here's minus 2 and x. For example, you will check the sign, and then you will check the number, and then you will check the letter. You check three things for everything. Understand? Let me show you what it means. Okay, so for 49x, first you check that there's actually a positive here lah. So just checking, is that a correct positive?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay, 49, is it correct?
Yeah, 49 is correct. The part.
X is also correct?
Yeah, the plus.
Good.
The
Now,
X.
plus 3.5 is you check, is it plus? Just to confirm.
Yes, it's plus.
Is it 3.5? Just to confirm.
And 0.5, like half times 7.
Yeah,
Yeah,
is it
3.5.
3.5? And the fact that there is no X, you also better check lah. There is no X lah. Is
Yeah,
it
there is
correct?
no X.
Okay, good. Now, the next one is the
Oh.
negative. Is it supposed to be negative?
Yeah, negative
And
over
then
there.
25.
Yeah,
And then there is no X. Am I correct?
yeah.
And you
So
found the
X is
mistake.
supposed to
You
be
found the
here.
mistake. And that's how you find or screen your mistake. Believe it or not, this doesn't take a long time at all, isn't it?
Yeah, not a lot.
Right.
So now I just gotta do the somewhere else because there's no space for this.
Sure thing.
Cancel out this.
I just sent the no.
Okay, yeah. Let me see. Nice handwriting. Oh, you're doing it on some sort of app, right? On the iPad, am I correct?
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Oh, your writing is very natural on iPad. You've been writing a lot on iPad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. No competitor, sure. Yeah, that's the basic scenario. Don't underestimate the basic scenario. The basic scenario can actually happen in exam. I want you to add NaCl liquid there, or liquid and then pure. That's the whole point. There's no competitor because it is pure. The way for it to be pure is to be liquid. The way for it to be liquid is to use a lot of heat. Okay, please put that detail.
There.
So I'll put this. All right. So now, have you confirmed using calculator?
Nope, not yet.
Right. Calculator will help you, hopefully, finally, right? Hopefully, finally deciding that it is correct.
Yeah, there we go.
Aren't you happy? Aren't you?
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
I want you to notice one thing, Tristan. The process of finding a lot of mistake is frustrating, but there's one thing which is not frustrating, which is using your calculator. Once you
Yeah.
type, you don't have to retype one. Just whack lah. Just whack, check, check. Okay. The frustrating part is no longer the typing. You just have to type once, and then you can continually check until you're correct. Okay.
Okay.
Hopefully that helps you. Now, feel free to
Moving
do
on.
one or two more, right? Okay, Ria, I'm putting it on the Jamboard. It's very slow. I'm gonna try again. Right. So I'll put in some details, okay, that may help you. Right. The number one detail I already tell you, yeah. You have to put in the pure, the liquid. Oh, it's so slow. Why is it so slow? Okay, it's so okay, there you go. Okay. Now, the two competitors one, it is caused by the aqueous. I want you to note that caused by aqueous. Okay, reason, right? And then you also want to talk about the complex ion never wins. Complex ion never wins already exists here.
Yeah, I can't see.
In page 14. Is there page 4? You're not in, oh, you're not in the Jamboard. Yeah, you're not in Jamboard.
Wait, I am in the chat. Let me reload.
Ah, there you go. Okay, so one more time, Ria, the reason for the two competitor is the aqueous part. And then here, the three principles are already in effect. The complex ion never wins also is there. And then the negative reactivity surprisingly is also there. So I'm not going to list for you the negative reactivity. I guarantee you in exam that will be used. It's just that in our self-made question, you rarely use it. You'll see what I mean later. So for the negative reactivity, gonna have to write down here. The negative reactivity is much simpler than the positive one, much simpler.
Wait, what is this?
Which one? Reason for two competitors, the water lah. The water is the reason for the competitor.
Okay.
Right. So just watch that because that will be very helpful in exam. Tristan, move up a bit, please.
Oh,
So the negative reactivity is when you need it is actually extremely easy lah, right? You just follow the group 7 and then there's a mirror here, I minus, Br minus, so on and so forth. Okay. Okay, that's the negative reactivity. And then I will put the O2 sticking in here. I purposely write down the O2 as if it is, it is going in between F2 and Cl2 for emphasis effect. Oh, like that. So you will see O minus, no, you'll see OH minus there, down there. Am I making any sense?
So it's the same thing. So the smaller jump still wins.
Oh, same thing. If reactive series, it's just that we almost never use it for now lah. For now. Same principle though. That's the beauty of reactivity series. It's so easy to use, but there's a lot of complication. That's reality. Okay, tell me when you're done. The rest are great. Okay, the note seems adequate and you should improve it as we do the exam questions. Right? That's how you improve after it.
Okay.
Okay, good, Ria. So I will show you the flip side of electrolysis. There's 5 minutes left. And then I don't think we'll finish, but we should have enough to start practicing some exam question next time, right? Okay, so Tristan is an ugly answer again. So let's see how you deal with this, right? Okay.
Yeah, this is correct. Checked already.
Oh, this is correct. Oh, wonderful. A very ugly answer you confirm
it's
is
correct.
correct. They will give you freedom and certainty in exam. Because if not, you won't like it. What the heck is this, man? Where am I wrong? You know? But no, you're not wrong. You're right. Congratulations. Good. Okay. You can do a bit more. You're way ahead. So I'm happy that you're learning all the good things. Right. So Ria in question in page 15, please. Yeah. Page 15. Okay. So I will tell you your power bank. Do you have a power bank?
Yeah.
You use your power bank to charge your phone, I suppose.
Yeah.
Now, when you're charging your phone, right, the power bank, I'm gonna draw it out there, a power bank and a power bank. The power bank, when being plugged into the socket, right, when being plugged to the socket. So the power bank is being charged. Okay. And then the power bank connected to your phone, the power bank is charging somebody else, not himself. So let me put it this way. In the first scenario, the power bank is a battery. A battery that charges your phone, an external battery, if that makes sense. That's how the power bank works, correct?
Yeah.
When it is being plugged to the socket, I know it's still a battery, but this is a battery field. Since this is not a battery, frankly speaking, this is not behaving as a battery. This is a battery being filled. So instead of calling this a battery, this is an, well, basically, this is an electrolysis happening. One more time, You learn electrolysis. I am telling you, electrolysis is the process of your power bank being charged, filling the power bank. A force reaction. Who is the forcer? The one being forcing is the socket lah. The socket is forcing. The socket is the replacement for the external battery. Just think of this power bank, a battery by itself, is being charged by a bigger battery. The bigger battery is called the socket. Okay, so then your power bank will have your this thing and we have your that. So this is a bigger battery. Now, when your power bank is charging the phone, first thing first, you will notice that you're plugging it to the phone, not to the socket. So now your power bank behaves as a bigger battery because your phone has a smaller battery. The bigger battery is charging the smaller battery. If that makes some sense. You're reversing the role. Right. So the power bank is now a battery. I will now draw for you the power bank as a battery. The power bank as a battery is so simple. The power bank as a battery has, well, no battery here. No battery here at all. That's it. Totally the same, except for the fact that, first of all, there is no battery. When there is no battery, this setup is not being forced by anybody. He is doing the forcing most likely. That's all. This is now a battery. This is an electrolysis. This is not an electrolysis. This is not an electrolysis. Now I will show you roughly what happens when there is, well, there is no battery. There's no battery. Oh, it's 7:30 already. Okay, Ria, still very happy with your progress today. We'll keep this until next week. If there's nothing else, I will see you next week. Bye, Ria.
Okay.
Tristan, same thing. If there is nothing else, is there any final question? Sorry, if there's any final question.
No, there isn't.
All right. Right. Oh, now you're doing your homework.
Yeah, no, that's not really homework. It's like revision paper she gave us.
Should be very easy for you now.
Yeah,
I mean,
it should
it's
be.
yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I guess then no concern, and I will see you next week.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Okay, Kirby, can you hear me?
Okay, wonderful, Kirby. As per usual, the mic is a bit weak, so put in the video so that you see the lab and so that you can use your phone and everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Wait to see that. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let me get for you. There are two scissors for me. Which one can he take? Open box. Oh. Mommy, you are taking this one, yeah? Wait, yeah. Daddy will give from you, okay? Okay. Yes, Kirby, I can see it. Wonderful. Okay. Oh, Kirby, so you're saying that you on your phone, you're not on your laptop, am I correct? I think you're muted. Yeah?
Sitting on my
Is it
laptop
correct?
now.
You're on your phone first, not your laptop, am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
wonderful, wonderful.
I'm using my tablet.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a bit noisy from your side. Just a minute. Okay, just a minute. Yeah, Kirby. Sorry, just a minute, Kirby.
Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you for being on time. All right. So let's settle the update first. Is there any update you want to share?
No.
Then
Tomorrow I don't think I can join because I have to stay back after school for my NFS course.
for another what? Sorry, for another what?
I have to stay back after school for NFS and
What test? Sorry, what test?
NFS. It's the coursework for the nutrition food science.
Oh, of course, of course. Let me note that down. Tomorrow, don't have. There you go.
All right, noted. All right, any other updates?
Um,
Okay, understand. Oh, you wanna mute your laptop, please?
yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay. Then, well, how was the exam today then?
It was like I think it was okay, but I don't know. Like I didn't have enough time, so because I went to school a bit late, so I was like 10 minutes late for the paper, so
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't able to finish the last question and a
So
couple
you did
of
arrive at the last question now. Wonderful. Okay.
the
Mhm.
last I didn't manage to finish the last part, which was a more question.
Right. Oh, it's a bold question. Last part. Okay, understood. Okay. Same thing, lo. Make a prediction, no? Well, I mean, what do you
I
think?
think I think maybe I'm like I could barely pass maybe. I think that's
Okay.
yeah.
But you're saying it's more of a pass than a fail, lah.
Uh maybe I don't know.
Okay. So I'll put it a prediction for Cam. Prediction, yeah, in your WhatsApp. Barely pass, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, barely
Probably
pass. All
like
right.
barely fail.
Okay. Anything else that you want to update from the exam?
Um,
Nothing else? Just to confirm. Nothing else? No other update from the exam, just to confirm.
yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I cannot hear you. Nothing else?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. No. It was very soft just now, yeah. Okay. Good. Now, regarding the topics tested, turns out I don't think we spend enough time now on the memorization.
Yeah.
Maybe that will help. Do you think the question contains a lot of QA memorization?
Yeah. But
Ah.
like we managed the two sides the side that you went through.
Yeah.
And I think that was like most of it. Most of the people.
Oh,
They
so it
asked a
kind
lot
of
about
being useful lah. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Right. So there's the gas one, there's the negative ion one, the one anion one, and then the positive ion we didn't go through lah, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, understood. So good for you. Of course, memorizing it well or having a good way to memorize will be beneficial lah. Good lah, good. Let's not rely on luck next time. Next time we will prepare the memorization. In fact, we can probably go through it in our free time lah. So no longer near exam. Now I really know, there's one thing I really know, Kirby, that I think you can memorize. It's just that you have to do it in the way that is suitable for yourself lah. That's what I feel lah. So there is no need to wait for it until the end, so to speak lah. There is no need lah. You probably want to go through how first, and then you can repeat it next.
But whenever I like do it then I forget.
For some reason I have trouble listening to you. I'm gonna correct that. Just a minute. Just a minute. I'm gonna correct that. But it's no longer your mic problem, I think. Okay, sorry. Tell me again.
Whenever I memorize like early on, then I end up forgetting before the paper.
You might not be wrong, but I want to challenge that conception maybe a little bit. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you what I mean later. But before that, sorry, my 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 thing is not working. Just a minute. Testing. Can you speak to me again?
No.
Okay, there you go. You got it. Much better. Okay, wait. Okay, so your concern is that if you memorize too early, then you will forget. But there are two challenges I will present to them. If I didn't do anything or help you with the technique, if I didn't help you with the technique, you will still end up not remembering much. That was the case of the first slide, correct or not? Remember that. Okay, testing, can you hear me?
Yes.
But if we go through the method, then you can memorize faster. My proposal is not for you to memorize way early. My proposal is for you to go through the better way early, or rather to find the better way early. Then, of course, one day before exam, you memorize again, or most likely actually 2 days before exam, that's better. Okay? That's actually my proposal. My proposal is not that you memorize every day or memorize early, but find the way. Okay, put it another way, if we didn't go through the slide, the negative anion slide, I don't think you can say you remember during exam. You will probably be a bit confused also, I am guessing. If that makes sense.
Yes.
Okay. So maybe today I will challenge that perception and convince you that you actually are better in memorization than you think by asking you to draw the OChem map again.
Again.
Remember, that was actually the first memorization I taught you. I taught you specifically because I know it can be very easy or it can be very confusing. Now, you have no time to review, right? I'm asking you to just go from memory what you remember. You will certainly forget something. I don't care. You will be able to do something one, definitely. Good. You do all that. Wonderful. Okay. Whether right or wrong, we'll talk about it later, right? Okay. There's a lot of drawing if you want to, right? And your mom said that you found the chem kit already, so you may also want it to take it up if you want to. Also gonna be useful, lah.
Should I go and get it now?
Sure thing.
Okay. Hello.
Yes.
Is
How
it
is it?
Is this right?
Yep, all this thing with a small box, lah, right? Okay. Not sure whether this will trigger anything for you, but the first time I teach you this, this was it, lah, right? So, as you try to recall, maybe you want to look at it, maybe not. That's up to you for now. We'll definitely be using it later, lah. So that's up to you for now.
What's acid? Acid. What's this? This is alkene, right?
Can I see what I agree that that's alkane. Yes, I agree. Totally agree with that. Yep, yep.
And this one's acid, right?
I agree with you. That's the acid.
What's the other one? What's the third one? I only remember alkene, and
I don't see it here though. That's the problem. I don't see it here.
Yeah.
How come? Are you sure this is all? Are you sure this is all
Yeah, it's
inside the
all.
box? Show me the box.
Wait, there's no box. It's just this is all we had in a paper bag.
Huh?
I don't know what happened to a box. We just have this.
Oh, that's so sad. Okay, I need to that means I just need to give you the box or something. Okay, so for now I'll tell you it's alcohol. I don't know how much you remember, but it should be alcohol lah.
Remember.
Right? So how much does that help you? Give it a try lah. Remember the reaction map is not just the names, it's all the reaction, yada yada.
It's C. The C H H H. This one is C H. H. Oh yeah, C H H H H H. Right? Am I correct? Okay. H C H H.
Is there anything else that you remember? Because this is supposed to be a reaction map. The drawing is fine though. I like the drawing. I'm just waiting for you to complete the acid lah, right? Because you have the full kit, so you should be able to complete it.
Ethanol acid, right?
Ethanoic acid, yeah,
Ethanoic.
ethanoic acid. Ethanoic, with a C lah, ethanoic. Noic. Something like the ethanoic acid. Yep. And then if you want to draw it, you can refer to the kit. Alcohol, if you don't know how to draw, then too bad for now. Like just take it that you forget for now. Does it matter that you forget? That's also something that we want to know.
H O H. No. What is this one? O C H.
Yeah. No. The C is not directly connected to H. Look at your kit.
Huh? Is it?
The C is connected to what?
Oh, yeah.
Look at the kit, right? Pay
Okay.
attention. Good.
And this
Yeah. Okay.
is
The OH is right.
H.
Maybe you'll remember. Yeah. Maybe, right? Maybe.
O H H. Right?
Oh, yeah. You're right. That is an alcohol. You're absolutely correct. Okay. The alcohol, the CHO, the CHO has no H. It's LALCO. The spelling of alcohol. I'm talking about the spelling of alcohol. Yeah. So ALCO.
Oh.
Yeah, might as well remember it properly, right? Alcohol. Yeah, something like that. Okay, good. Good. Okay, so far so good. You have the 4, but for the alkene one, I want you to remake the alkene from the kit if you can, so that you realize your mistake. I'm saying that your alkene drawing, you may want to make the alkene from the alkane. Your alkene drawing is wrong, but I want you to realize why by simply making it from the kit. I want you to
I see why.
Oh, you already see. Then that's great. Then you'd have to make it very good. Very good.
Yeah, I was just
Anything else? If not, start connecting them using the reaction though, whatever you remember.
This one is connected to this, right?
Definitely.
This one is connected. Which one is not connected? This alkene and alcohol, right? Those two aren't connected.
So I describe it as a big C, so there is one part which is not connected lah. Now in your case, the C is flipped low. Usually the C faces the right, your C faces the left. That means the alkane and the ethanoic acid is the one not connected. The rest are connected. It forms a C which is inverted right now.
Yeah.
Right? Doesn't matter lah, as long as you connect it well, right?
This,
Right?
like this.
Yeah, that one. No, but do as much as you can for now. Do as much as you can.
It's not like this. But
I know, but no, but do as much as you can for now.
Wait, I can't read you.
I'm not telling you too much yet. I'm just asking you to remember whatever you can, right?
Okay. Alcohol. Is it like this? Wait, am I?
Sorry, the focus is no, yeah, you're
Wrong again.
no,
Wait,
no,
what's
no,
the
no, it's
order?
wrong already.
The order is alkane is connected to alkene.
And then alkene connected to alcohol, and then alcohol connected to ethanoic acid.
Oh. So
Right.
my other circle was the correct order. Oh, my phone's low on battery.
Can you plug it in?
I can't plug it in while it's on the stand.
Don't you have a power bank?
But I can't. But my power bank. Wait, I'll try.
Yeah, try, please, try.
Yeah, I can just plug in.
You can just plug it in like normal, right? If the cable reaches, then should be okay lah. That should help.
Uh, oops. Is it charging? How do I check? Oh, it's charging. Okay.
Okay, all right. So that works. Right there.
Very good. Okay. Okay. Um, Apple boy. That's it.
Do you remember any possible reaction? Because maybe something that you remember, but you cannot put it there, then put it on the side, something like that.
There's
If
oxidation,
you don't know
right?
the position, you can put it somewhere. If you know there's an oxidation, then you put it somewhere. You can always change it later one, correct or not? Or you put it on the side first, something like that. Don't wait until you are sure, right? Don't wait. We're trying to recall everything, but I'll give you 5 more minutes, okay? And then we'll talk about the real thing lah.
Um, alcohol, oxidation, reduction, right? Reduction,
Mhm.
probably that. Isn't this one's not tested, right? The ethanoic
Which one?
alcohol, ethanoic alcohol.
So if you think that something is not in the syllabus, basically, that's what I said. You just cancel it, lor. Just cancel it, lor.
Consider.
Okay, that's how you remember, ma. So cancel whichever you think is not in, lah. Remember, you're still remembering. You're still remembering. Try to remember first by yourself.
Yeah.
If you think something is okay, this is not in, then you just cross the arrow or something.
Um. But what's the sugar one? It's
Again, you keep asking. I'm okay. I know that you don't know, but write down something that you know
I'm thinking.
first. Come on, yeah, just write down, right? It's almost 5 minutes anyway. If I stop, if I keep telling you, then you're not recalling.
something there. Okay, sure. All right, come on. One more minute. If you think there's something, right? Yeah, okay. All right. Something like that. Okay, good. Okay, maybe right, maybe wrong, but at least you're writing something.
Yeah. That's true. I don't remember anything else.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So now let me confirm one thing first. Actually, back then you do have a hard copy of this.
Yeah.
Let me confirm that right now, if I ask you to find it, you might not know where to find it.
Yeah, it's one of my, I don't know, somewhere. One of my like.
All right. Let me tell you something further. Right. The issue is not with the disorganization. Right. Let me tell you what's the issue. Last year, your senior, there's another student. Have I told you about that student?
I don't think so.
All right. I'll tell you the similarity between you and that student, your senior, and then the difference. You are both similar and different. The similarity is, for example, both of you are disorganized. In the sense that if you wrote down something on paper as a note, that shouldn't work because when you need it, you cannot find it. That's the definition of not working. You have the note, but you don't have it when you need it. If that makes sense? A note should be there when you need it, not when you are writing it. Right? Same thing with you, same thing with him. Right? That's the similarity. There's a difference though. The difference is something like this. You remember much better than him after the tuition.
Oh.
So it's like I explained to him, I explained to you. He's a boy also. You're also a boy. So you both understand, you both can do the question. But if you were to do it again tomorrow or next week, you forget some, you remember some. Okay,
Yeah.
you forget some, you remember some. He, on the other hand, will forget almost everything.
Oh.
As in, I have to re-explain again, maybe in a shorter time. That's fine. Sometimes at the same time. Sometimes. I know what causes that though. I know what. It's not because he's not smart. He's actually a rather smart student. He's actually a rather smart student because he seems to understand what I'm saying, and I test him on the same day he can. But if you give him 1-2 days or 1 week, he will as if never remember that. The reason is very simple. The reason is because he doesn't sleep enough.
Oh.
Let me get this very clear. This is scientific. Do you know what scientific means, Kirby?
Yes.
What do you think scientific means then?
By science, like after
Yeah,
testing.
what does that mean? After testing, excellent. After somebody did an experiment properly, right? So when I say scientific, it doesn't mean that somebody have a theory on, if you lack sleep, you cannot remember things beyond 1 day. No, actually, they just test it out. It is definitely true. You can be as smart as you want and learn something on today. If you don't let sleep does its magic, sleep is a very magical, and in fact, it is a superpower. Everybody should sleep properly. That student does not sleep enough most of the time because he likes to do many things at night. So it's very smart intuition. And then because he doesn't sleep, whatever he learns does not stay permanently. It will be erased the next day, so to speak, at most 2 days. I know the reason why and how come he keeps doing that, because there is nothing that I or his parents or he himself can do to correct that problem. The problem of not sleeping. One more time, yeah? The problem of not sleeping simply means you can only learn for 1 day. That's all he can do. If he tries to remember what happened 1 week from today, nothing much is going to result. Nothing much.
It doesn't get permanent. What he learns does not stay permanent because of sleep. Put it another way, sleep makes what you learn permanent. So sleep makes you smarter over time. That makes sense. Okay?
Yeah.
Right. I don't think you not remembering this is a sleep problem. I don't think so. I think you have some sleep problem, but it's less worse lah. It's less worse than that student. I will call that a difference. So fair warning, Kirby, if you cut into your sleep more and more, you will find that you seem to become less smarter as the day goes. The reason is because whatever you learn doesn't stay with you. That will contribute the sense of feeling less smarter. Okay. Now, I consider him and you different in this regard, not the same. If I consider it the same, I will warn you much earlier because that was my mistake. I basically, at least I didn't try to warn him of the adverse effect. I didn't. Right? I'm not sure whether that will change anything, but at least that's my job. I'm currently not warning you at all. I'm just sharing that you and him is different.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a very important difference. There's another difference, Kirby, in the sense that you're more positive than him also. The other difference is that he is convinced that he's smart, in a sense that he is convinced that's the only thing he needs. And actually, that's not the right word. He thinks that just by being smart, he can afford to live life as a mess, in that sense. And when exam comes, by virtue of being smart, he will be okay one. Okay. Only he seems to think so. I don't think so. His parents didn't think so. His brother, little brother, who they seem to be close, they seem to be quite close. His little brother also doesn't seem to think so, but he seems to think so. Needless to say, what happened at the final exam is just not very nice. But very strangely, to his surprise only, I don't know. Nobody is surprised at that point. Okay. Now I'm telling this not because you are the same as him. No, I'm telling you because you are different at him. I don't think you have that silly pride in you. If you have that silly pride in you, consider this a warning, but I don't think so. Okay? Right. So why am I telling you all this? Because like it or not, you still have an organization problem. Now, his organization problem, you think about this for a while. He has an organization problem, right? He also has a sleeping problem. So he cannot retain anything he learned inside him. He also cannot retain anything outside him. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cannot have note because the note will be gone. Cannot put in brain because tomorrow will also be gone. He has no option at all to build up knowledge or understanding. He has no knowledge, even though he's smart. His only option is to repeat everything one day before. Again, needless to say, nobody is that smart. Needless to say.
Yeah.
You have very little option to retain what you learn outside you in the form of note. So far, that's reality, correct? That was the reason why I told you all this. Okay? Correct?
Yeah.
Now, you seem to have more option to retain your memory inside than him because at least your sleeping pattern seems to be fine. And at least you can respond to certain memorization technique, right? Still some sort of a big problem though, Kirby. Still a big problem. How do I say this? A better option is to have enough sleep and to have, your notes ready when you need them outside you, a written note. Is there any way for you to keep a note reliably? I'm not saying that I hope you can do that, but is it any way for you to keep a note until you need it?
Maybe, yeah. I'll follow the people.
Then let me ask you, Kirby, you have done that before or not?
Yeah. I
So does
did.
it work or not? Does it work or not?
Not really, because I don't really use after I
Yeah, so it doesn't work lah. Don't recommend something that doesn't work, Kirby. It's for you,
But
not for
like-
me.
If I start, I can start using it. Yeah.
You mean that the way for you to value the note is to keep using it, not just one day before exam.
I don't know. I just don't remember that it's there because sometimes I forget that I found it, so I don't even check for it and I don't use it.
And what else can I say? There's a lot of problem with you keeping knowledge externally lah.
Yeah.
Correct or not? There is a lot of problem, to be fair. Now it happens in your physics test. You gotta recall certain things, but you remember certain other things. Still not enough lah, right? In that sense, you still have to recall so many things by relying on me. I am your source of external knowledge. I believe you thought to rely on me that way lah. One day before exam, I can go through everything with teacher Phillips.
Yeah.
Chemistry also, POA also, and math also. But actually, yeah, math, least problem. I think your math is the least problem. I'm very impressed by your math one day before the math exam. It's just that you don't take the paper. Very impressed.
Oh yeah.
I don't have to teach you too much. I have to correct certain things. Definitely not teach you too much. So, how do I say this? I'll tell you the bad news about you relying for me for
No, it's
external
just that
knowledge
yesterday I
and
was
confirmation.
Yesterday
You're
I was
saying?
super tired. I don't know why. I was just like,
No, tell me
so
why.
irritated.
Don't tell me that you do not know why you're tired. You don't just get tired.
Well, because
Tell me why.
probably because of like Saturday I slept super late, and then
Hey, sorry, why Saturday?
I mean Sunday I slept super late. So I'm like fixing my I'm in the middle of fixing my sleep schedule. Yeah.
You did it at a very bad time. Let's just say.
I don't know why I did that.
Even though you do not know why, you must be very clear of the effect.
Yeah.
The effect is you become not so smart. So Kirby, I was at least saying that you're not as bad as your senior. Almost every day he has 4 to 3 hours of sleep already because he's playing and everything.
Well,
Okay, so
I used to
every day nothing much matters lah. You are still on and off, so it's not that bad, no? It's not that bad. But you managed to do that 2 days and 1 day before exam. That's almost the same thing, Kirby. It's not the same thing, but that's just making it very bad.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be that bad, but you managed to just drive it to the ground. When that happens, do you think that you can rely on me for external knowledge? You're very tired. Okay, I bet that you can't even concentrate. Well, you're very silly, Kirby, yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to mess up your sleeping schedule, could you do it after the exam?
Yeah.
That still makes more sense, what? Correct or not?
Yeah.
I'm not asking you to change fully and permanently. It's very difficult for a person to change, but you get a point. Now, something related. Do you think the reason why you don't sleep is because you feel a bit burnout after a long period of exam?
Yeah, sometimes.
Let me tell you something. This is not for you to change. This is just to tell you the facts. It's very weird. Burnout is a very weird thing. Burnout is very easy to settle. Very easy to settle. Do you know how to settle burnout? Oh, stop being productive. Like literally stop studying because studying is burning you up. You stop studying for 3 or 4 days, sometimes 3 days, sometimes 3 days, and sleep enough, your burnout is that you can study again. tired, ma. I mean, what is it? Burnout is the same as being tired. How to solve the tiredness problem? Yeah, just rest lah. Maybe the problem is that you don't feel you can rest. So the burnout will run its course. No? By the way, when you burn out, your willpower is almost gone. So looks like when your willpower is gone, your sleep schedule will be messed. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Then here's a very practical advice. If you are burnt out, could you please stop studying 4 days before exam and then start studying again 2 days before exam? So for example, something like this, Kirby. Kirby, right now, are you burnt out?
No, maybe. No.
Any upcoming exam? Is this the
Yeah.
end?
I have one more.
Tell me when.
Thursday.
Thursday. What's the exam? Sorry.
My NFS. That's why tomorrow I can't come.
Oh, NFS. I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay. So here's the practical advice. Yeah. Let's pretend that on Thursday is the chemistry test. Let's just pretend. Okay. Chemistry test. And you notice you're already burnt out by Sunday. You notice that there is no other exam from Sunday to Thursday. Let's pretend that that's true for a while. According to my understanding, my practical advice is very simple. Stop studying. In fact, stop doing much things productive on Sunday. Just stop. Okay. Do what you want, but don't mess up your sleep. Because you get to do what you want, at least you can sleep not so late lah. Okay,
Yeah.
but you do what you want. Don't have to study. Don't have to force yourself. Just remind me or tell me, hey teacher, I'm a bit burnout. I understand what you're saying. Okay. I don't ask question, why are you burnout? If just burnout lah, whatever lah. We'll talk about it next time. Okay. So Sunday, you don't study and be productive. Monday also no. If you do that for 2 days in a row, you're giving yourself time to rest lah. Time to simply not do anything, but remember, sleep still sleep. Okay. So on Tuesday and Wednesday, you can start studying and you'll feel the difference. If you keep studying on Sunday, you won't be productive. And on Tuesday, you will also not be productive. It is worse. You'll just break down. One of the breakdown is your sleep being messed up. Okay.
Okay.
Kirby, when you burn out, just stop for now, if it is possible. If it is possible. That's all. So again, Kirby, I'm asking honestly, earnestly. Are you being burnt out right now? You say no. Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. Right. Then we can continue. Okay. Now, to summarize, yeah, since you have an organization problem, you have problem recalling. You have problem recalling because you have no external. If you rely on me, then there is one more problem. There's one more problem. You're doing it 1 day before exam, so you cannot recall, you cannot revise all the important things, the conceptual one. You have so little time to do both. You cannot recall and revise the concept also for the day, for tomorrow, the exam. So in practical terms, you can go for maximum C if you do that. One more time. If you do not solve your external record problem, you cannot have a proper note. You lose them everything. That was your problem. If you cannot solve that problem, what will happen is your maximum grade will be C. So it means that you are smart to get something. You are not going to even fail. I don't think you'll get D. I think after a while, you get used to it, and then you will start growing from D to C. But hitting B will be extremely difficult because it is still a significant weakness. For chemistry and for physics, maybe chemistry more, maybe physics less, I don't know. Certainly, it doesn't affect math too much. Again, subject dependent. Math, you don't memorize too much. Good for me. Okay, so that's the practical term, no? Because of if you don't solve that problem, you will just get C. Let me put it another way. If you solve that problem, suddenly memorization is not a problem anymore. Suddenly you can memorize yourself. You take turn. Hey, And suddenly you will find it much easier to get B. I believe B was your goal lah, in that
Yeah.
sense. Okay. Now, I don't mean that you should change your goal. I'm telling you this so that you know first how to reach your goal. Somehow, some way, this problem has to be solved. Again, you cannot rely on me because one day before exam is a very special time. You probably shouldn't rely on me to help you remember. You probably want to rely on me to help you on difficult questions. That is a better way to reach P1. Okay? Okay. So no solution right now, Kirby. I'm just telling you the extent of the problem. Okay? Any questions so far? So now, Kirby, tell me that. I was trying to prove to you that you can remember something. You do remember something, you know. There's a lot of error here, but you also remember something, especially visually. I feel that you remember best visually.
Yeah.
All good things. Now, what's the point of us going through all this? If in 1 week you will lose this note, what's the point? You gotta tell me, or give us some, some solution here.
I have the soft copy anyway, so I can just.
What do you mean by the soft copy? Which one is the soft copy?
I don't read. Isn't it in like Jamboard 1 or something?
Okay. Then let me tell you what happened to that student. So that student thing, your senior thing, the solution is to keep it on Jamboard lah, because Jamboard cannot be lost, man. Correct?
Yeah. But
Yeah,
Jamboard
correct lah.
deleted, right?
But Jamboard is very messy. I won't delete your Jamboard because I respect
But
that Jamboard as
I think
yours.
they're removing the thing, right? Google.
At the end of year though, which is a little bit sad, but it can be easily remedied by simply, screenshotting what you want. I'm guessing that you don't want every page of the Jamboard. You only want a few, ma. So when they're removing, before they remove, you just screenshot and put it somewhere else, lah. Still digital, ma. If that makes sense.
Yes.
That's not the problem. So, so I'm saying that the removal of the Jamboard is not a problem. The problem is right now, let me show you what's the problem now. Go and find that digital version of this note. Go and find. How long do you take to find it? Oh, you found it already.
Yeah.
Not so bad. The other student takes like 20 minutes to find what he needs. 20 minutes.
But we only have
He
4.
does find it. I'm sorry?
We only have 4 Jamboards. We don't have
When you have 20 Jamboards, that might be a problem. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
So that's an organization problem. No? You still have to make it simpler for you to find it. The only organization is a matter of finding things quickly. That's all. Just think of it that way. Don't think of it as being tidy. To be organized is not to be tidy. To be organized is to be able to find what you want almost instantly. Either you're organized in your mind or you're organized outside, the effect is the same one. I don't remember it, but I can find it very quickly, snap, snap, snap. So you did that right, Kirby? You found it already, correct? Let's see whether the second problem exists. The problem that you don't understand what you're looking at. Do you understand what you're looking at right now?
Yeah.
All right, let's say you understand. Then the third problem, how long does it take for you to reload into your mind? Now, you give me a minute, give me a number of minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you tell me and I will start a timer for you. How long do you think you need in order to remember this?
5 minutes.
All right, I'm gonna start the timer and then the timer will be 3 minutes, not 5. I'll explain why. In 3 minutes, you close, you immediately write, there'll be mistake. Give you 2 minutes to fix everything. So I split the 5 to 3 and 2, okay?
Yeah. I think I memorize better when I get tested.
When you what? Sorry? When you what?
I get tested,
When you get tested, meaning when you... Sorry, what does that mean? Sorry, what does that mean?
After I memorize, right? You ask me to write down what I think I memorized. And if I...
Immediately, right? And then you check again. That's the method.
Multiple times.
Better than just reading. No, you are absolutely correct. So, okay, so let's do that. Okay, 3 minutes. I'll stop you and then you write and then 2 minutes again. Okay? Okay, let's go.
What's NaOH? That's sodium, right? Sodium hydroxide.
Yes.
Sure. But it doesn't. In the slide, it doesn't say what the reaction is. Why?
Okay. Then keep it there and then ask me later lah when you write down. Okay? You're saying that how come I'm missing something there? Okay, sure. I'll let you know later. Okay, after the 3 minutes. Okay, after you're done. I'm sorry, you're saying? Sorry?
It's just a question mark in the thing. Like, I don't know what it is.
Sorry, I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you.
Never mind.
Okay. Right. Okay, 3 minutes already. Kirby, please don't look at your Jamboard and then start writing lah.
Okay. Um, okay. That's
Definitely looking better than just now. Definitely.
fermentation. H2. That's really correct.
Now, whatever you do, don't look at it until you say, okay, that's it. That's my maximum lah. Having said that, you only have 2 more minutes to be maximum lo. Right? Maximum lah. You can stop before the 2 minutes. Okay. This is the same thing. You shouldn't wait too long to figure out everything. If cannot, just cannot finish already.
I cannot.
All right. Then, okay, quick enough. You have 2 more minutes maximum to figure out what is wrong. And then you close it and correct it using pencil. So it's slightly different from yesterday. Yesterday, I didn't ask you to look and then close. I simply asked you to compare and correct. This one, look, close, and then correct using a different color. Understand? 2 minutes maximum lah. You can stop much earlier than that. Okay, you cannot correct it now. Okay, you can only find out lah what's wrong.
Okay.
What do you mean by okay? Sorry, what do you mean by okay?
I closed the thing. I mean,
Okay. So you want to stop looking at it, correct? Okay, go ahead and stop looking and then just correct it lah.
Substitution. That's really correct.
Don't know. Should you can ask, but I won't answer lah, right? Sorry.
I don't know. I don't know what the last one. There's one more,
Let me
right?
see for one. Definitely there is that. Yeah. And the arrow is also wrong. I think you kind of some arrow.
No, this one's
You'll fix.
Oh.
No, that arrow is correct. That arrow is now correct now. The ethanoic acid is the wrong arrow lah. You should go out. So this one I can give you a very simple hint. Before that, come on, your H2O. You still make the mistake of the H2, the 2 is up there. That's only for charge, okay? Sorry for charge. Okay. So be careful. Okay, cool. Okay, good. Yeah, nice. Okay. Now for the ethanoic acid, my hint, just very small hint is acid. That's the hint.
Acid. Is it HCl? HCl. Hydrochloric acid.
Why would you like to mix an ethanoic acid, which is acid, and another acid? Why would you want to do that?
When I don't remember.
Acid reacts with
alkali.
Yeah. Yeah, alkali. Now, if you don't remember, that's it already. That's it already. I cannot. I'm not even supposed to give you any help right now. Right? Okay. Then you know where's the problem. Now take another color pencil. Take another color pencil. So we have 3 layers of pencil. Take another color like blue or pencil or whatever. Now for final confirmation, you look at your Jamboard and just fix whatever lah. Just fix.
Oh, okay. Oh, so NA, OH.
And what does it become is also important. That's what your question is. You don't know what it becomes, isn't it? Is that your question?
Yes.
Okay, then just make sure there's no other mistake first, and then I'll tell you.
Okay, I did the corrections.
Yeah, the CO2 H2O, wonderful. The brown test, no, the CO2 H2O is fine, right? Yeah, it's just weird that you didn't write it down. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, so the NaOH thingy. Now, tell me which Jamboard are you looking at?
Jamboard 1.
All right, then I'll go to Jamboard 1 and I'll speak to you from there. Okay, there you go. In fact, it is page 1, isn't it? Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. Okay, good. So now I'm going to write down here. So I circle this and this already, right? So to keep it simple, you will end up with CCC, O, Na lah. Your Na is a plus, this is the minus, and then plus H2O. So now it's complete. Now this needs to make sense more than memorization. Does it make sense to you?
So you make water.
You make water, yeah, because acid and base, or acid and alkali, remember, at least you remember back then that you were supposed to neutralize and produce water, if that makes sense. I guess there's a lot of water production here. You already see 3 waters already. Here's water, here's water, here's another water, right? Okay, so could you please write down and then we'll keep it like that for now.
Yes. C O N A plus H2O. Like this.
Right. Something like that. Something like that. I hope this makes some sense.
Where's it down?
So far so good, yeah? Yeah? All right. Okay. So imagine the solution to your problem right now. What was the problem? The problem is you cannot get B, you can only get C with your current situation. That was what I proposed to you. That is based on my experience. I make a judgment call. You cannot get B definitely. How much are you getting? Yeah, C can. All right. With a lot of revision, a lot of learning, a lot of practice. Without practice, even worse. I mean, at least you don't see mine practicing, Kirby. You are also better than your senior there. Your senior is very lazy in practicing. Very, very lazy. Because he believes raw intellect is enough. Well, you don't have that problem. So with a lot of practice from your side, maybe you do the Google Drive more and more. If you don't solve this memorization problem, I think you will get C, not B. Now that was the problem. Kirby, let me confirm first. Is that a problem to you or not? Is it a problem that you can only get C, not B?
It is.
After trying hard. It is.
Yeah.
Still a problem?
Yeah.
All right. Then if you think there's a problem, then I think you're saying? Sorry, I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you.
Like after trying hard, I can see. Then yeah.
Yeah, after trying hard, there is a problem. Okay, then
But
at least I define the problem properly, lah, correct? That is a problem to you. To be clear, Kirby, it's not a problem to me. It needs to be a problem for you. If you consider a problem, I consider it a problem. I'm just trying to define it. I'm not trying to brainwash you into thinking something that you don't want. Clear, yeah, Kirby? Yeah? This is how we do it in this tuition. Correct, yeah? Now, the solution seems to be something like this. Hey, you don't seem to be as bad as your senior. You have an organization problem. I'm telling you that because you have an organization problem, you cannot revise your memorization effectively. That is a problem, especially for chemistry. You end up only discussing low-level things. Memorization is a low-level thing 1 day or 2 days before exam, and it takes a long time. That's the problem because you rely on me. You try to solve that problem today by not using paper, but by using a digital note called Jamboard, which you prove you can find it very quickly. So I'm quite happy. And then you show yourself that you just take 3 minutes plus 2 minutes plus another 2 minutes to recall all this. That you show yourself. Clear? So you don't have a lot of problem finding it digitally. That's one. Secondly, you don't have a lot of problem downloading into your mind. Okay, that is your current solution. Am I correct, Kirby?
Yeah.
Now, look at page 3 for now. Look at page 3 for now in the same game.
It's true.
Yeah. Page 3.
Yeah.
Do you recognize what this is?
Yeah. QA.
Yeah. So do you remember yesterday or no, 2 days ago, on Sunday, right? You spent half an hour simply finding the slide. Maybe 20, 25 minutes, maybe. You're a bit late and then you spend. It's already here. I mean, I did talk to you about it. It's just that I never go through the way to memorize. So finding is an organization problem, remember? Finding is an organization problem. And then when you encounter your slide, you have another problem. It was not ready for you to memorize. It wasn't. It was not in a form that you can memorize effectively. The page 1 seems to be in the form that you can download to your brain readily, as proven today. Okay? As of right now, this page 3, which is a substitute to your slide, I think only the anion is in a ready to download form. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So it's here, but you still have to make sure the form is there. So I want to try to talk to you for the cation one. I want to make it into a form that you can download very quickly. Make sense?
Okay.
That's the cation one. Now, I want to explain the cation one first. There are here, I will say, I'll cancel ammonia, I don't explain. How many things are here?
7.
There are 7, right? I'm going to make it very easy to remember. Those, oh, you're not supposed to have chromium. I'm so sorry. Okay, this table is not very nice. You're supposed to have lead instead. So ZAPC, okay, you're supposed to have lead. Oh, okay, you know, tell you what, let's erase this one. Let's go to your slide and take the cation and put it here. Can you do that, please, right now?
Okay.
Okay, might as well use your slide, right? Can delete this. It will still be 7, but come on, Kirby. Prove that you can at least take your slide, right?
the identification of ions and gases.
Identification of cation, no? Specifically the positive ion. I confirm that it is in your slide. I just want you to find it. I've already read it. I've already read it.
What about the anion one?
The anion one, you say you can already. So let's leave it for now. Remember? You say that you were able to remember it well. I mean, it was proven. It was proven. Okay. So I want to show you how to do it for the cation one for now. Tell me when you're done.
Like that? Like when I...
Yeah, let's check it out. Okay, okay. No. Oh, no. No, yeah, no. Okay, cancel this. It will be the test and the result thingy. No, cancel this one. Bye-bye.
The
The one after
method
this, the one after this.
The test for cations.
Yeah, test for cation, which is, yeah, it's always a test, huh? It's always a test, identification, a test. So the one that uses the NaOH and the one that uses ammonia. Right? Put it in. If you don't know, just put it in. Put it in.
I put it in. So what about the other half?
Yeah. There will be total 7, so this is ZAP, right? ZAP, and then you need more. So to remedy that, I'm gonna make more. I'm gonna make more page. Okay, there. Okay. I've made a more page. Let's move it to the next page.
Let's
move it to the next page.
How many 8?
8 is fine. I know. There's supposed to be 8. I'll cancel one for you immediately. Just put them all in first. Okay, I'm gonna move the first one there. Put in the rest, please. Okay, great. Now, what problem are we trying to solve here? We're trying to solve the downloading problem. Even if you can find this quickly, you did find it very quickly. Let's say this is the day before exam, you still cannot download it easily, which is the problem, which is the problem basically. Yeah, let me okay. So you have your 7 here, right? Okay, Ken, so far so good. That's your 7, yeah. Let me help you make sense of the graph first. First, I'm gonna cancel the last one. We'll talk about it later on. Okay, this is a repeat, so I'm just gonna cancel this, right? Remember, Kirby, you don't like words. Less words, more essence, the better it is for you, correct?
Yes.
This is memorized as, oh man. Okay. I'm gonna reorganize it. Okay. Sorry, just a minute. All right, I'm covering the ammonia. There, easy already. Right? Let's ignore this one. So this one is ZAPC. I'm memorizing the first column, just the same way I asked you to memorize the anion. The first column is the most important one. Okay. The last 3 is so simple. This is Cu2 plus. Everybody knows that Cu2 plus is light blue. Fe2 plus is green, or they call it dirty green. I prefer that you memorize as dirty green. And then Fe3 plus is reddish brown. The rest of the English for these 3 does not matter. I am summarizing the last 3 as Cu2 plus always light blue no matter what. Fe2 plus is always dirty green no matter what happened. And then Fe3 plus is always red brown, no matter what. For these 3, the English doesn't matter. NaOH doesn't matter, NH4 doesn't matter. Just like that, finish already. Okay? I'm not asking you to read this, Kirby. I'm really asking you just replace the last three with this. Done. Would that be okay? Okay. Okay, now the ZAPC. Z is Zinc 2 plus, A is Aluminium 3 plus, P is Pb 2 plus, and C is Ca plus. Can you memorize that right now? Tell me when you're done. Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to write down the first thing. So Zn2 plus, Al3 plus, Pb2 plus, Ca2 plus. This is NaOH. There are actually 4 columns. NaOH and then excess. What does excess mean? First, you add NaOH to see what happened, and then you add more NaOH. There is a reason why it will allow you to differentiate things. If you don't understand, just follow me for now. NH4OH, same thing. You add normally and then you add in excess just to see whether there are changes or not. So far, so good? Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay. Now, notice that for ZAP and C whatever, it's always white precipitate. So there's no color. See, white precipitate, white precipitate. And then if something happened to it, it becomes a colorless. So the option is either only white PPT or colorless. Am I making any sense? It's just either white PPT or colorless. White PPT or colorless. This one, he say insoluble in excess. Guess what? That's still white PPT lah. Insoluble in excess. Yeah, still white PPT lah. That's all it means. Colorless solution means no longer white PPT. Do you understand what I'm saying so far? Okay. So now, to simplify the whole thing, if I do a tick, I mean tick has white PPT. If I cross, I mean it's colorless, no longer have white PPT. Am I making any sense?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so now, ting, 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 ting. This one actually means no lah. This one actually means no.
Huh?
There you
Why
go.
not?
No visible change means, well, no precipitate, which means colorless. That's what no visible change means. People get confused with it. It's very confusing. What does that mean? What does that mean? Okay, it means it's colorless, that's all. No white PPT, very simple.
But how come this
Think
one
about it
says
for a while. Sorry?
this one says, how come this one says white precipitate form, but this one says white
Which one?
precipitate of form? Is that a spelling error? I mean, a grammar
White precipitate form means got white precipitate. Oh, sorry, what's the problem?
How come it says white precipitate of form?
Oh, don't ask me. Typo error. I think typo.
Okay.
So for the first column here and the first column here is so easy, no? Form. Clear. Done. Okay. Can? So far so good?
Yeah.
So far so good or not? Okay.
Yes.
Now, I will now do the rest now. Colorless. To be clear, the rest is have PPT, and have PPT. Let me put it another way. Some people like to remember it this way. This 3 is the same throughout. This 3 is the same throughout. I find that not very useful. I mean, because this one cannot say that. But if you want to memorize it that way, also can. That's all.
Okay.
Now, whatever you do, some people have variations, but whatever you do, I have reduced this to almost no words. It now looks more like a pattern. It now looks more like a pattern. I'm going to reduce the pattern one more time. I'm going to reduce one time by claiming that Al3 plus and Pb2 plus are always the same. You see that? White precipitate, white precipitate, colorless, colorless, white precipitate, insoluble, insoluble. They are always the same.
Yeah.
Can you see that? Can you see that? Why is that important? Because, well, it makes our memorization easier. You still have to memorize it like for only one set. Secondly, they cannot be differentiated. This is a very important point. Because their test is always the same, they cannot be differentiated. That is a problem if you're trying to differentiate you. And surprisingly, they test this in exam. They expect you to know the aluminum 3 plus and Pb2 plus is very difficult to differentiate, at least by an O-level student. Do you understand?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'll just erase this into one note there. That's the simplest I can offer you already. Now everything looks different, man. This is different from this. This is different from this. So you can differentiate them lah. That's the whole point. Okay. Now, are you ready to write it down? We only have 2 more minutes.
Yeah.
So the first column, the last 3 first, then I'll suggest doing this one. This one is the same. When you're ready, close your Jamboard, don't look at it, and then write it down immediately. Go, go, go.
Okay. Okay. Things.
Okay, until after you're done, do the same thing, right? You know, check it out, do your correction and everything, right?
Take, 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 you know, take, OH, and A, then C, FE, FE, FE2, FE3, C2, this is 30, blue, white, blue, brown, reddish, brown, so Yeah, done.
Okay, Kirby, you check, is it correct?
Okay.
Cu2 plus, Fe2 plus, Fe3 plus, the plus please, and then the zinc 2 plus, Al3 plus, Pb2 plus, Ca2 plus. The charges you didn't memorize.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's fine.
Two
The
plus.
charges do need to be memorized.
Okay. 2 plus. Take, no take, 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 take. Take, no take, 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 no take, no take. Light blue, green, black, brown, plus.
Wonderful. Your mistakes are minor. The essence, you got it mostly correct. Can you see that? The excess one, you also need to say lah, but other than that, it's fine. Okay. Now, Kirby, this is the feeling of solving the downloading problem. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nice if you can find it very quickly. Very important if you can download it and prove it to yourself that you can, because then you can use it when practicing. Well, this is a demonstration. Every time we see a memorization, we'll do that, we'll keep it and everything, right? I think this turns out that this method seems to work for you, for hopefully for other subjects also. We haven't implemented this for physics, for example. I think physics, you turn out that you do have to intentionally write something also, I believe, right? Okay. Time is up, but I hope you do find something good today, lah. Okay.
Yeah.
I will see you not tomorrow, but I will see you on Thursday. All right, Kirby?
Okay.
All the best.